Hey everybody, welcome to Behavior Bites. I am Brad.
And I am Mike, and we are also joined by our producer Aaron, who's behind the camera.
Hello.
Okay, you guys, today is part 2 of our 4-part series on taking breaks at school, right, Mike?
Yeah, and the reason we chose that format is to make sure that we can be real purposeful in how we're giving kids breaks. So today's version of the breaks is a rewards-based break. And what that is we're giving the student a chance to engage in a preferred activity.
All right, and so why do we do it? What we're doing here is we are encouraging the production of a positive behavior. And we do that by reinforcing it when we see it. It's all about catching the kid being good.
Yeah, exactly. I also find that giving kids choices, especially in a school day that tends to be real rigid and structured, when they have a few minutes of like choice activity, that's highly motivating to the kid.
Yeah. Another reason that we would engage in a rewards-based break would be that, sometimes a 60-minute math class followed by a 60-minute reading class, that's pretty long, right?
Yeah.
So building in these breaks naturally kind of splits up their day and puts in transitions. It kind of helps the kid take the day in chunks, right?
Yeah, that's a great use of those breaks for sure.
Yeah.
So how do we go about this? Okay, there's not really one right way to do this, but there's, I guess you could say, almost two different sort of broad categories for this. Know what's going to work for the kid or what works for them. So one example I can think of would be one where they have to achieve a certain amount of something. So you do these 2 assignments, then you get this, or you get 10 tickets and then you get this earned break. Another possible one is a little bit more impromptu, where a kid might be really working hard and struggling on a certain assignment. Hey, when you're done with this, then you can have that 5-minute iPad break.
Right. Know your kid, recognize what they need, right?
Yeah.
So guys, like Mike said, there's not like a set way to do it, but there are some guidelines, some helpful tips that we want to go through with you guys. First thing, set a time limit and stick to it, okay? Go out right now and buy the loudest kitchen timer that you can find and use that in your classroom and stick to that time consistently. When it's time to go back, you go back.
Nice. And kind of related to that is if you have a designated space,
Yeah.
if there's a designated space for the kids to engage in these reward breaks, it tends to be less distracting to the other kids in the class, and it's just defined for the kid.
Yeah,
So,
totally. You want to make sure that you have activities that the students enjoy, right? Don't get hung up on puzzles. But listen, don't bend over backwards and cater to every single whim. Kids are kids. They're going to find something fun with whatever you've got. Just make sure that you've got a lot of choices for them. And then before they go back to class, Mike, touch base with them. Make sure that they are doing okay. Make sure that they know what the expectations are before they go back to class.
Okay, be sure to check out our other videos in this series. The ones coming up are on movement breaks and on coping breaks.
Those are going to be fun. In the meantime, go forth, do good things.